Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is a farm where we grow cross stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today is Monday, November 17th. I was having some drama with the hair there for a second. It's Monday. It's been a Monday. It's been a Monday. Why has it been a Monday, darling?
The highway on my way to work closed. 10 minutes from the house. Like literally I didn't get to the next exit on the highway and that's where it was closed. Had to turn around, came back. I had 4 hours of vacation time left. Used that. Worked for 4 hours today. Nothing at work worked right. I got nothing done today. Today has literally, I feel like the gerbil trying to get across the room while being in a wheel. All that work and nothing happened.
I love you.
I love you. And then some Karen decided to, because I was checking the post on Facebook, because the
Police department for the area's post.
And the first comment is this woman complaining about them closing the road, saying how inconvenient it is. And literally this woman was just getting hit with logic and was replying with bullcrap.
She got tore up.
I don't even think she noticed she got tore up, because I think her entitlement shielded her from the truth of logic. Because she was told things like, one, it's pretty bad if they close the road. I mean, they said it was several accidents in the span of 3 miles.
Yeah, it sounds like there was an initial accident and then there was
multiple other
chain reaction kind of incidents.
Yeah, and one, they have to do the proper documentation of everything, which is harder at night because, you know, it's dark. And two, do you have any idea how long it takes to sweep up that much blacktop?
Well, yeah, that's my thing. If there's serious injury or, God forbid, a fatality, which I don't think there was, a fatality. I'm not sure about serious injury, but they have to pretty thoroughly document what's going on, and the cars are probably going to be fairly tore up if that's the case. I mean, even if there's not serious injuries, cars nowadays can get pretty tore up in an accident. There's crap all over the road. It's not like we can just scoop the car up.
I mean, all I gotta say is, who here has seen or had pictures of what happens when tempered glass descends to go flying?
Tell me you're out of touch with reality without telling me you're out of touch with reality. Okay.
Because your windshield doesn't come flying in your face. That's the only window in your car that has that treatment because it's so expensive to do. Your side windows, it's actually safer if they shatter, actually. Because usually when somebody's trying to do that, they need it so that you can shatter that and, you know, get through the opening because it's an emergency.
Pretty much. Well,
so, yeah.
Yeah. Joe's had a Monday.
Monday I walked up and did things to me I cannot talk about because this is a family-friendly program, and also the content of that would probably violate half of YouTube's terms and conditions, but let's just say I can't sit quite right and I don't feel good. I want my mommy.
Well, there you go. Well, Mom, Dad, and I made it to the ashery today, and it was baking sale week, so I did get some random things on sale, and I got my calendar still. I don't know where I put my calendar at this point, but I did get my calendar. They had extra calendars. I'm pretty sure they plan to have extra calendars. It's just...
Oh, I'm pretty sure their attendance tanked because of the weather.
Which is possible, too.
I mean, who plans for a snowstorm to go down that far from the lake in November?
It was a pretty righteous storm. So, either way, I got what I needed from the ashery. We went to Mrs. Yoder's, and then my parents followed me around the one quilt shop that's right there by Mrs. Yoder's because I wanted to look to see if they had any apron panels, and that was a little awkward having my mom and dad trail around behind me like puppy dogs. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I would have done?
What?
I would have left them with the scissors and started walking. They would have something to play with.
And then on the way home, my dad is a very unhinged human sometimes.
So?
Well, we came to an intersection, and we're sitting at the intersection waiting for traffic so that Mom can turn, and there's a for sale sign for a house, and apparently the sign said something about it being 4 bedrooms, so many acres, so many bathrooms. And Dad ad-libs, no electricity. Mom goes, it did not really say no electricity, did it? Dad's like, no, it did not say that. I was like, Dad's just being Dad. Dad's like, what's wrong with that? I said, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You're just being Dad. Dad is Dad.
Actually, of all the utilities to add to a house, I think the electricity is the easiest one to add. Especially if you don't have a problem with cosmetics.
Well, we're in Amish, so electricity is questionable in some places.
Oh no, I'm saying of all of the utilities to work on, electricity is the easiest because the wires are bendy. It's not like plumbing where the pipes are fixed and really hard to get out.
Well, I'll tell you a secret. They ain't got indoor plumbing either. I've just disturbed my husband.
Oh no, because I'm just thinking about the times I've seen their houses. They have sinks. Why do they have sinks if they don't have water?
Some of them have hand pumps, so most of them have wells on their property. I would say probably 99% of them have wells on their property, and some of them the house is in relation to the well where they can put like one of those hand pumps, and that's how you get water. And some of them, they're allowed to have water. The ones around here that are in Amish country are not allowed to have water. They're not allowed to have running water inside the house or electricity. Okay, look.
Electricity I get, but you can just put a water tower about 15 feet off the ground and be able to get water onto the first floor. That's like,
not how they roll.
But you can do it with a hand pump. You don't need electricity.
Well, and some of them have the hand pumps to get water into the house in like a kitchen area.
No, that's not what I'm talking. I'm talking about something different. Just your hubby's being weird. Never mind. Let's go.
Okay, moving along. Why don't we shout out our commenters today?
Hi, y'all. Please have a better day than me. Beth M, Bridget, Andrea.
Thank you all so much for commenting. Whips.
I'll have whips next week just because it's Saturday.
This is true. Next Saturday is EG Stitch Day.
I'm actually contemplating whether I should yank out the gold out of that one dragon and switch to a same color. Good. That metallic is irritating me. I think it might be the fact that the metallic is old.
I don't know.
It has the structural integrity of wet tissue paper.
Well, there you go. That's a problem. Alright, well, I started the week with the Star Touched Meadow Sal, the March block. That is a very horrible printing of it. Sorry, not sorry. And I got 304 stitches on it. This corner, green and yellow, looks like a John Deere tractor. Runs like a deer, smells like a John.
You beat me to it. I was going to say runs like a deer and let you go.
Smells like a John. This is on 16 count weight, Ada.
I thought you were done.
We're going to hold it up close one more time just in case I didn't give myself enough time to put the before picture in. And it runs over us posting it because I've had that problem before. I really don't have a problem with John Deere tractors. It's just my dad always had Case IH growing up, so that was the running joke. Of course, my dad now has a new lawnmower. And it's a John Deere. The jokes were righteous on Friday. My brother, sister-in-law, and daughters were up Wednesday night, Thursday, and Friday.
Their daughters.
were up Wednesday night, Thursday, and Friday through early afternoon because my sister-in-law's grandmother passed away. And she had lived up here. My dad insisted on mowing the lawn Friday afternoon. I really don't know. None of us really know, but we were cracking.
Okay, I can tell you exactly what it is. Ready?
It was a brand new lawn tractor, and that was the first time he got to use it, and the John Deere jokes were righteous.
I can explain what your dad was doing in one quick sentence. Ready?
Huh.
He wanted to play with his new toy.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry. I don't care how old of a guy is. He gets a new toy. He wants to use it.
Pretty much. Okay, so I don't know what last week was. I don't have the brain power right now. Didn't have the brain power to figure out what last week's was. Helena, Georgia. That's what it was. What the prompts exactly are, I don't really remember. I know that we picked female geisha red for all of them. However, due to the fact that
the second half of the week
half of the week was kind of rogue chaos, I only got 3 of my 4 prompts done. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, I did not grab. Thursday was EGA day. The project was learning how to put a mirror on, like attach a mirror to fabric. My practice piece looks really bad, and I broke some thread. So I'm going to pull it all apart and try it again.
It's a sturdier thread, right?
Yeah. There was some conversation about the thread not being great. So anyways, so that's also part of why I didn't get a lot of stitch time like Thursday, even though I had EGA. But I ended up doing 1,208 stitches on this. This is, I think, a 14 count Aida that it came printed on. This is a stamped kit. The only thing I have left to do is make the green, this color pink, and the back stitch. I probably would have gotten it done or close to done had I had the ability to do that last prompt, but life. So,
and when your brother's involved, it is not listed alphabetically.
Well, unfortunately, and also with them, life is chaos, but also, unfortunately, this particular situation, it was even more chaos because my poor sister-in-law's family was not communicating stuff to her correctly. There is a whole drama with that I am not going to get into on the internet. Let's just leave it at that. So, not only was it them, I mean, a lot of it was they didn't know what was going on.
Okay.
So, then, for the weekend, I took out the stocking that I am making for my one cousin's wife. It's just called Christmas Stocking 6. I got it off Etsy. It is by White Raven Patterns. She does have other Christmas stockings.
Can I say something smart?
What?
Half of the stuff we saw about Christmas that we were looking through looks like the trees in this. Like half the prints from the shirt place had almost the exact same trees.
Right, it had the kind of the same blues and tones, which is better than when I went into Hobby Lobby the other day. It was like pastels. I'm like, this is not Christmas. Like, these tree tones I can deal with for Christmas. Pastels? I guess if that's your thing, it's your thing. Enjoy it, but it just made no sense.
Oh, I think they shipped that to the wrong climate. That should be like down in.
So here's what we have all so far. This is on piece of 20 count Aida. I did 918 stitches. I finished this tree, and most of this tree is done. I just got to finish its trunk. I have 2 smaller trees, 1 more bigger tree, and then the snowy flakes. And it's done. That got me 3 prompts done for the monthly. I only have 2 left for the monthly. It's probably not going to get finished with the monthly, so if I really want to get it done by the end of the year, I'm going to have to throw it onto December Dash. By the end of yesterday, I was sick of it because of that blue tree. I'm not going to lie.
I'm blue.
It was about to get thrown. There it is.
That would be bad. I'm usually in the room at a nice target.
I was having them. That was the stitching for the week. I put some crocheting on. I put a couple rows on my Four Seasons blanket, but it's still that front post stub thing. That stitch is going to be the death of me. 2 rows take me like an hour and a half. It's ridiculous. I'll get it done eventually. I'll show it to you when that stretch is done. Haul. Y'all. I have haul. EGA, like I said, EGA was Thursday, so I have some EGA stuff. I didn't get as much as I did from MNG. So I have some EGA stuff in one of the Laura projects to share with you. I did incorporate the Laura projects that I have already shown you into my list of whips. I intend to alright, well, go flying then. I have to some of the stuff that I brought home from MNG last week, that are started, that I know where it's at, like where I'm at on it, I'm gonna put on my whip list. For sake of, it's already started, it's all together, it's going to be easy enough, right? So the first thing I brought home from EGA was this really cute ornament. It was from Janlin. Copyright 2004. It is over 20 years old. Ouch, that's vintage. It is really cute though. It's a red cardinal. It's a stocking. It's on the perforated paper. Works for me. This dragonfly mandala chart and the flosses for a colorway that is, there's like colorway suggestions. This is one of the colorway suggestions. I don't know who gave it to me. And then this really cute thing. This is called 5 Seasons Quilt. So as you can see, it's got winter, fall, and summer there on the front. And then I'll flip it over and show you the back, which has spring and Christmas. I appreciate that winter and Christmas are 2 different seasons in this kit, or in this chart book. And this is really cute. These are really cute. I do want to stitch all of these. I'll get there someday. Okay. I don't know how many. I'm pretty sure there's just one in here, but I could be.
You said that last week. Or 2 weeks ago, last time you did one.
This is a word I can't pronounce. Paranoia, I guess is what they called it. It's just cute little seaside cottages. Looks very New England to me. Looks very lake house to me. Like my aunt's lake house. Looks very lake house to me. For the record, I don't know if I said this last time I was showing these. I have no idea where she got these from. I could probably Google the name of them and figure it out. I'm just saying I have no idea where these came from. This is unstarted. So here we have the nice printed canvas. And it's unstarted.
Is it sad? I actually like the way this looks like now. It literally looks like somebody ate a mushroom and then looked at it.
I guess. I have explained this before, but if you're new, or if you haven't seen that explanation, they are in very contrasty colors so that you don't miss a square of where you're stitching. That's why they're in such contrasty colors. What is this? I am going to, at some point in the next week or so, actually it's probably going to happen this week, I need to pull out a couple of projects. I have no idea, it just crashed.
The scoop fell off of the ice maker and landed on the counter.
Very good. I mean, that would make sense because the ice machine just kicked on. So I'm in a game group, all the Floss and the Fair. You basically, you're running an amusement park and you stitch for items for your amusement park. It's kind of, it's fun. They are doing what they're calling a BAP-along next year. Originally, your BAP had to be like 60, 70,000 stitches. It was a lot. I'm like, I ain't got nothing that qualifies for that. They have lowered it to 50,000 stitches left to stitch on the project. And they do not have to be a full coverage. I don't think I have 50,000 stitches left on my Morning Glory in the Morning. That is my primary one that I'm going to pull out and look at and see if I can figure out a rough estimate of stitch count. Dressmaker's Daughter, I might, because those four, the seasons are all pretty full coverage.
I was thinking the Belle. The Cinderella one?
Rags to Riches also could be a possibility. I also have a bunch of these that we could put up there. So, I do have, and it's funny because we talk about full coverage. I'm like, the only full coverage I do are the stamped kits, which are pretty idiot-proof. My only thing with the stamped kits is counting stitches on them is really hard.
Do they have any cool, do you think there's any of these that I would like?
Yes. I'm going to say yes, because they have a vast majority of them. Counting the stitches is a little bit challenging on these, because sometimes the chart isn't the best. I need to come up with a way to count the stitches or figure out, okay, I spent an hour working on this, that's probably about 100 stitches.
I thought time was an option.
In some groups it is, in a lot of groups it's not. Rude, I know.
Kelly should do them in 10 by 10 squares.
That's why I don't like doing full coverage. Standard full coverage, because I don't like... And yes, I realize you can do standard full coverage cross country. I don't know why standard full coverage just does not work in my brain. These work in my brain, probably because it's all right in front of me, and I don't have to do a whole lot of back and forth like I do with standard full coverage. These just work in my brain. So I got to figure that out for next year. I have to figure out what I'm doing for December Dash. I have a feeling the first item for December Dash is going to be that stocking.
Do you want to do that now or next week?
Let me get through next week so I can figure out how far I've got on that stocking.
Okay.
How about plans for you?
I need to sit down and figure out if I want to recolor that dragon, which is about 100, 150 stitches in it are coming out. Okay. But I'm just not liking that. Have you ever stitched with a fabric and the feel of it is wrong? It's the only color I'm using and it's pissing me off.
No. I totally know what you're saying. And yes, I have experienced that.
Okay, let's go into your plans.
Let's go into my plans. Well, this week in Daily 30 is Write Your Own Week. So, we get to pick a project and make the prompts fit the project. Okay, so our options are Winter Quaker, Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow, Eric Michael's Sampler Book, Porch Welcome, Long Dogs Leave a Kiss, Happily Ever After, which is just a little house and some words that say Happily Ever After, and Bathsheba Brown, which is a sampler. Oh, plus I have these full coverages that can be worked on.
Can you go get Hobbit Hole so I know what I'm looking at?
Yes, hold please. And we are back. We went and found the one he was looking for. And of course, it's the one that doesn't have the chart. So it's really hard to see the picture. But what are we... What are our prompts?
You want to know what the theme is? Frustration.
Okay.
First one. Stitch on a whip you lost the cover photo for.
Okay.
Next one is, honestly, stitch on a whip that's just too dang big. Next one is stitch on a whip you can't find on Google.
Okay, one more.
Stitch on a whip you'll stitch it even though it's frustrating. Worth the frustration.
I have a free
Which
pass.
is otherwise known as whip of choice.
There you go. So there we go.
Sorry, that was more of a drama than we needed.
It really was, but it's okay. You know what? It'll be fun.
At least you have the floss.
I do have the floss. I have the floss. I think. I'm fairly certain. And there's pattern.
Also, it has the DMC color numbers on it.
Yeah, there's a pattern-ish.
Well, it actually says DMC on it, so I'm pretty sure those are the DMC numbers.
Yes, they're the DMC equivalents. They're probably, so. There we go. We're going to stitch on this. That's like it. I bought stuff at the quilt shop, but it's nothing super exciting, so. That's just some bits and bobs of fabric. Okay. So that's it. What do we want those people to do?
Please have a better day than I did.
I better did more happy.
Please like, comment, subscribe, bell thing, all the YouTube stuff. Make Mr. Algorithm like us.
Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed yourself. We hope you were entertained. We hope to see you next week. And until then,
Bye!